Awesome. Here we go. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. Thank you for joining us this evening for another edition of Ask a Coach-sultant. Tonight is going to be really good. If I do say so myself, right? If I do say so myself, tonight is going to be pretty good. So I want you to come in and get comfortable. There's going to be some stuff that we're going to cover today that has never been seen before anywhere else. So I want to say this to you. If you are new to this event and are coming here, I welcome you for for you coming in for your first time. However, if you've been here before, then you know what this is and what we're doing here. I have to get a couple of things straightened out. I am on live on YouTube. I'm live on LinkedIn. I'm live on Facebook and my Facebook page, and my other personal page as well. There's several pages where I'm going live right now and if you're on there, come on in here and just like I said, like and share. Tonight is going to be a very good night. Tonight we're going to talk about something that's totally different, something that you have never probably heard of before, because I'm going to talk about my efficiency framework. We're going to talk about efficiencies as well, because that's one of the core competencies that we do in my company, Thomas and Lee Business Solutions. So come in, like, and share. I will say this on Instagram. I know Instagram. I know how it is when you guys are on Instagram. So what I'm doing right now, Instagram, I am putting a link inside of the comment section, inside of the chat section on Instagram. If you are on Instagram, please join the live Zoom and come in and get the information. I do know for some reason on Instagram, the video is not, it's kind of cut off. So you don't really get to see it very well on Instagram. So I want to make sure that everybody is able to get the information that we're going to be talking about tonight. So if you are on Instagram, come on in over to go on into the Zoom room. I put that in the actual chat as well. I'm going to put that also in the Facebook group as my Facebook page, as well as on think it's YouTube as well. So if you're having problems over there, I don't think you have problems over there on YouTube or Facebook, but however, if you just want to come in here and join me into the Zoom room, that's okay. I didn't show my screen yet, and that's on purpose. That's on purpose because what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have everything all set up before I got into the, showing my screen and sharing my screen. I'm about to do that in a few seconds, so that everybody can see and I can make sure that everything is on. So everybody, it looks like everything is on. It looks like everybody is where they're supposed to be, which is awesome. And I appreciate it. So come in, like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share. I love it when you guys are in here and come into the Zoom room and just come in and chill out with me, right? We're here for, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I'm not really sure how long we'll be here tonight, but we'll be here as long as it takes. Usually be about 45 minutes. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen so we can get started. I know this information that we're going to have tonight is going to be really interesting, right? It's going to be really interesting. So come in and let's have at it, right? Let's have at it. So you guys should be able to see what we're talking about tonight. Okay. So I welcome you in at 6 o'clock, and we're gonna get started into this programming. Your program, regularly scheduled programming, is starting right now. So let's come in. So welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to tonight's editions of Ask a Coach, so as a coach consultant, live with me, Rolanda Michele. And I welcome you here. Like and share, right? Like and share, and make sure you follow me as well. On wherever you are on YouTube, LinkedIn, wherever you are, come in, like and share, and follow me as well, because I'm here every week. And I also post some other content as well, so you guys can have that insightful content. So welcome. Tonight's session is about how to optimize your business using TAARA framework, a trademark framework, right? TAARA framework is my proprietary framework that I created, trademark, and it's a trademark approach designed to optimize your people, your processes, and your technology within your organizations. TAARA stands for task, um, assess, assign, align and assign. Okay, so that's what we want to talk about. You can see it on the screen. It says assess, task, assess, alignment, roles, and then assign. We're going to break all that down tonight. Whether you're a small business or you're a big business or you're a mid-sized business, it doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur or just an executive, understanding how to align your people, your processes, and your technology can make all the difference in your organizations. And it will help you achieve sustainable success, right? So let's dive in on how TAARA can help you. But let's first start because the main thing about this is not necessarily about TAARA. It's about operational efficiencies. Okay. So let's start talking about operational efficiencies, right? Because we're operationally deficient, right? Sometimes we are very deficient in the way we're operating things. So let's think about this. So increase operational efficiencies within an organization minimizes your waste. Okay, so this is like the benefits of it. Benefits of being efficient with your operations. So we want to think about that as well. Okay, so what does that really mean? The waste is meaning what? Of all your resources. We're talking about your time, your money, your materials, your energy, right? We only have a little bit of energy, especially when you're getting older, like I am. So we only have a certain amount of energy a day, and we want to make sure that we maximize the use of it. Okay, you name it. When you have efficiencies in your organization, you will maximize the use of those resources that you have. Okay, so look, if your operations aren't efficient, you're probably wasting money. Okay, you're wasting time and you're wasting your effort. Not just your effort, but the efforts of everyone in your organization as well. Because if everybody is working in an inefficient way, it's not just one person, it's the entire organization. Operational efficiencies reduce waste across the entire organization. So when we think about our operations, we think about what we're doing, we want to be efficient because it reduces waste. Being efficient reduces being inefficient, you know what I'm saying? Being inefficient, it reduces your productivity, but being efficient increases your productivity, right? Being efficient increases being efficient optimizes all of your resources, which means that you will reduce your operational cost when you are efficient. When you're being efficient, it does not mean that you're going to deliver less value to your clients and your customers. You can reduce your production costs, you can reduce your operational costs, and you will still be able to provide quality to your customers as well as value to your customers. Think about this. Sometimes when we are being inefficient, we rush through things, which can reduce our quality, which will actually reduce the value that we are providing to our customers. So being efficient at the end, it's good for us as an organization, but it's also good for your customers as well. Get it? Cool. So, well, what about, an efficiency framework? What is a framework, right? Like efficiency frameworks they provide structure. They have a structured approach. They have some guidelines, and they will help you evaluate your activities within your organization. That's what a framework will do. And it is systemic. I've been a consultant for over a decade, and before that, I worked within organizations where my role was to improve processes, both manual and automated processes. Okay, so I've been doing efficiency work even before I became a consultant. When I was just a 9 to 5 regular worker at a company. During my career, I had my own way of doing things, right? My own way of how to accomplish these improvements, how to optimize these processes, right? And I was able to see positive results by performing this methodical way of doing things, because I always figure, like, work smarter, not harder, right? When you can. So I kind of had my own approach to doing some things. And that process that I used then all those years ago, and just been using it for all this time, is what I now call TAARA, the TAARA framework that I've trademarked, and that we use inside of our organization. And it helped me stay organized and methodical on the execution of all of my tasks when I was in regular organizations, regular businesses, not one of my own. When I was an employee, and my role was to optimize this process, optimize this manual process. When I was doing those things, I had a little way of doing things, and that became TAARA. So I know you're probably like, okay, you keep saying this thing, TAARA, 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 TAARA. What is TAARA? Okay, well, TAARA is our proprietary framework, and it's a holistic approach to optimizing the way you operate and businesses operate, right? By focusing on some key areas, and we build off of those areas one by one. Task, we assess what's going on, we align, we create roles, and then we assign those roles. Okay, so you'll be able to create a more streamlined and efficient and effective business operation by taking a moment and making sure all those things are done. There's a reason why there's a reason to, what we're doing. Anything. There's a method to my madness, as they like to say. That's a word they used to say all the time, right? There's a method to this, because the framework helps you take a step back. Lets you sit back and take a step back and look at your business in its entirety. And it's not like, we do bit by bit and break this down. It allows you to optimize how your people are working, how your processes are working across your organization, and your technology is working across your organization, right? It works together. All these things work together to achieve your goals, right? And we'll talk about those goals, what we're talking about. This isn't just about making tweaks. We're not going to, okay, let's tweak this, let's tweak that. It's about transforming how your business and your organization functions at its core being, by doing this, by taking this time and actually making sure that you are operating efficiently. So I want to take a moment, and I know, like, that sounds like great, right? Any business, that sounds great, making sure that you are optimizing your resources. So I want to take a moment, and let's take a couple of steps back, and let's look at TAARA. Let's break this down, because what I want to do at the end of the session, I'm going to explain TAARA to you. I'm even going to tell you how you probably can apply some of the steps of TAARA into your organization. Because it's, like I said, it's a very important idea and very important concept, as when you're having your business, to make sure you're running as efficiently as possible. And one of those things, the operational efficiencies, is one of our core competencies inside of Thomas and Lee. So I wanted to share this with you, because I know how important this is across so many industries, so many businesses, regardless of the size, small, medium, large, and even startup as well, because you want to make sure that you're building a foundation for a strong organization, and being an efficient organization. So even if you're at the beginning stages, it's good to make sure that you're doing everything at the optimal efficiency as you can. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about step one, task. That's our first step, is task. So this is the starting point of everything, right? This is where we start. This is the first step. And it's to identify, define, clarify, and review the task within your organization. Doesn't matter who's doing it. Doesn't matter if it's automated. We want to know what is going on in your audit, or what are you going on? Okay, what's going on there? Often in many businesses, tasks can become outdated. They can become unclear or irrelevant, leading to inefficiencies and waste of your effort, okay, by taking those tasks down there. I'll also say that there may be redundant tasks. that are going on inside of your organization. You'll see that, this is kind of doing the same thing as this is doing. And that's why certain things are kind of button heads as far as inside of being inefficient and bottlenecks in your organization. By taking a hard look at what your team and what your systems are actually doing to your day-to-day on a day-to-day basis, you can streamline your operations and eliminate redundancies, right? That's what you want to do. Make sure you are eliminating redundancies. We use our customized supporting task, customizable supporting task tracking templates. We have several of them, depending on what it is, to clarify each task purpose and ensure they align with broader business goals. And we'll talk about that a little bit more when we get down in there. But that's where we start at, figuring out what are you doing. Because I can tell you as a consultant, I have come into organizations when people think they're doing one thing, and then we dig down and we find that they are actually doing something totally different. And that kind of messes up with the objectives with the functionality of each department or processes, and leads to manual interventions of automated processes. When you're taking a moment and really digging into the task, you'll be able to see what is going on. Okay. And that just means you just have a lot of tasks. Okay. There's a lot of things going on, and you'll be able to see, regardless of who's doing them. We want to make sure that we gather them together. And we'll understand, like I said, regardless of who's doing those tasks, we get the tasks done. The next part is assess. Okay, we're going to get into the next section is assess. So once the tasks have been identified and clarified, the next step is to assess their value. Okay, remember, you'll hear me say value a lot, because you want to make sure everything you're doing is valuable, right? Are these tasks driving your business forward, right? You want to ask your question that, like, are they driving your business forward? Do they align with your broader objectives, right? Is this task truly, is it truly, valuable? Like, okay, is it really? Like, what is the value of that? Could this be automated or eliminated altogether? Like, you can look at these and assess those tasks and see if there's something that, even though you might have been doing it, and we find out in step one that this is what's going on. And this step, we find out, should you be doing this? Should you be doing this in your organization? And does it push you forward, right? By understanding the effectiveness of each task, you can prioritize your efforts that deliver results and eliminate those that don't, right? That's where you said, should you be doing it? And when we have the task tracker, right? There's space for this. There's space for, okay, this should be continued. This should be updated. This should be combined, because we want to make sure that we create tasks that are efficient in moving you forward, not disjointed, not redundant, not just unnecessary at all. So this is the part. So once you got your task, you assess your task and make sure that they're good, valid, and bring in that crazy word that we like to talk about, value, to your customer and to your organization. Now, step three is alignment, right? So now we're into this alignment thing. So your task and processes must be strategically aligned with your business goals. I always say, make sure that everything that you're doing is aligned with your business goals, your business objectives. You want to do that. Without this alignment, even efficient tasks won't drive your outcomes you're aiming for. Okay, you hear what I said? Even if you're like, hey, well, we're doing this very efficiently, but it has nothing to do with your business objectives, has nothing to do with your business goals. Should you be doing that? That's the question that you would have to ask there. It's not just about doing things right. Okay, it's not just about doing things right. It's about doing the right things. You get it? Because you may, hey, we're doing this effectively, but is it driving your business forward? Is it taking you to that goal that you're looking for? Is it pushing you in a direction that you are planning on going? Alignment fosters cohesiveness between your departments and your technology, right? It creates a unified and efficient business structure, right? All aligned with that same goal. So we have our alignment matrix template that will help you guide it. And what we need to do is that you have your business objectives. And when we see your tasks, we make sure those tasks are somehow leaning into those objectives, leaning into those business goals, departmental goals, whatever it is. We make sure that your tasks are pushing you towards where your direction that you want to go. Because if they are not, the question again is, should you be doing this? Should you be spending valuable time and resources doing this? Maybe your resources should be doing something else that will drive your business to the goals that you're looking for. I think that should make sense. And this is how you break this down. Roles. When it comes down to your roles, this is step 4. Right? We're talking about your roles. Like, what does that mean? So, you see role clarity, right? Improves accountability. I always believe in accountability when it comes down to roles. So with task align, it's time to define those roles, getting those tasks combined into a role, creating roles. Clear roles based on specific tasks and objectives foster accountability. Roles should be designed based on the clarity in the assignment of the task, the department's goals, the level of security, the level of expertise. You create these roles, right? Be it systemic or be it a manual task, right? By reevaluating your roles, you can ensure each team member has clear responsibilities and that everybody is contributing towards the same goals, right? I will say this right here when it comes down to roles. I've seen an organization that sometimes I've saw in certain organizations that certain tasks were being performed by a particular role in one area, and everything else about whatever the outcome was supposed to be done is performed by someone else in another area. And then the bottleneck was because each one of them had to pass it off from department to department when one person could have just did the whole thing. And that's how you get operational efficiencies. You get it? Because you want to make sure that your roles that you're creating make sense. They have to make sense. So this steps allows you to reshape your team in ways that maximizes their strengths and foster collaboration. You want to lean into the strengths of your team. And if you are new to business, you want to create roles that are very defined, very clear. So when someone is joining your organization, they can absolutely join in and know what they're going to be doing. Even if you have roles that are in your organization, you always want those roles, even though you might have somebody working there for many years. You never know what might happen, right? You never know what might happen. So you want to be able to have your roles defined that if somebody has to take over, they know exactly what they need to do. So our roles and responsibilities templates helps you ensure that everyone knows where they are. Everybody, you'll get to see what the bigger picture is and what strengthens your team's effectiveness. You'll be able to really look and evaluate this. And this is not something, when I say the operational efficiencies and us as Thompson Lee coming in with this framework, we don't just do this framework. We don't come in and just say, this is what you need to do. We work with you. Like, we don't ever say, this is it. And that we say, hey, this is what we recommend is your organization. And we help you create something that's going to be efficient and also works for you, that aligns with your business goals and your business objectives, because that is what's important. Now, I think the last piece of this is pretty clear. Assign, right? This is the final step. So this is where you assign those roles and those tasks. So the tasks are assigned to roles, and then the roles are assigned to people or a process or a system or technology. Get it? Tasks are assigned to roles, not people. People are assigned to roles, or a system is assigned to a role. Not you don't you get what I'm saying? You just don't do that, because that way you can change it. Because if you change the system, you know what exactly the task and the roles of that system needs to take place, or what it was doing, and how to make sure that you are still functional and efficient if things change. Even including a system as well, right? So the assignment phase ensures that all the right tasks, all of them are designated and delegated to the right people, the right processes, and the right technologies. Okay, it is crucial to place the right people, process, and technology in charge of each task to ensure the optimal results. You have to make sure that that's happens. You just can't say, well, I think this might work. You need to know, you need to make sure that you are assigning the right people, the right processes, the right technology to those tasks that can do it most effectively and efficiently to make sure your business is running that way. And as with any strategy, right? And with any strategy, when you're talking about this, continuous monitoring and to review it and improvement is key, right? That you have to make sure that everything that you have is working. This works. This works. This might need to be tweaked. This is not exactly how it is in theory versus practice. So you can make sure that you are doing those things, right? And this way, you'll always be optimizing your resources for best possible outcomes. We don't ever want to sit back on our laurels, as they used to say in high school, sitting on your laurels. We don't ever want to sit back and just say, all right, this is what it is today. This is what it's going to be for 20 years. That might not work. And it usually doesn't. So you always want to make sure that you're continuously looking at it, continuously monitoring it, because it may be that you want to look at it again because you got a new system for you bought a new system for something else, and you find out that system has capabilities to handle other things that you might be playing another system for, or that system can handle something that you have a manual process for right now that you didn't even realize, and that manual process can go into an automated process into that system. You always want to be looking to see how you can optimize your resources, be it people or systems, because that's the way you become efficient, right? That is the way you become efficient. So let me just go into here. So, all right, I gave you all this information, and I want to let you get into this a little bit. Let's look at this a little bit here. All right. So, how can you apply TAARA, right? How can you apply TAARA? And I just gave you about 24 minutes of my TAARA spiel, but how can you apply TAARA? So I'll give you an idea of how you can apply TAARA to your organization, right? And help, and get you started to see if you are being efficient and evaluate if you are being efficient in what you're doing in your practices. First thing I will say for your task, I want you to list and evaluate all your tasks your team performs daily. Now, maybe you don't want to take it across and do all of your organization, right? You might want to start with maybe one area, one department. That's okay. One functional area at a time. That's fine. But you can, you can create a document to identify the task, and then you can look at that, because once you have it in front of you, you can see where there's redundancies, and then you also can see where there's gaps, right? You can also see where gaps are. So you'll be able to do that. The next thing that I'll say is that you can assess them, right? You want to prioritize the task, right? And make sure that you're looking at where, that they're contributing, to the business goals, right? Are they valuable? Score them, okay? Because this TAARA framework has helped businesses like, yours, and I can tell you, doesn't matter what size it is, that to prove your productivity, resource allocation, and overall, I'm going to say the P word, profitability. So if you are looking at your tasks, looking at and assessing them, this will help you, right? You want to make sure that your tasks are clarified and they're aligning with your strategic goals. And then you want to make sure that you assess, you want to assess those things, right? So once you have those, you want to assess them. You want to also align these goals with precision, right? You want to ensure that each task are aligned to your company's strategic objectives, right? Have your objectives written down somewhere. There, people usually do yearly planning. So during your yearly planning, you should have your business objectives of what's going to happen in 2025 or 2024. We're in right now, but we're almost at the end of 2024. So I would say 2025. And make sure that you have those things there. So when you are doing your evaluation of your efficiencies, that you are making sure that those tasks and assess that you have assessed to show that they are showing, that they're being efficient, that they actually align with your business goals and objectives, right? By documenting those things. I mean, documentation is key, because I want to tell you something about documentation. Once you have it in black and white, you can't deny it, even if with yourself. Like I was like, oh, I want to do this thing. But once I put it out there, once I wrote it out there, once it's in black and white, it's in your face all the time. So you'll be there to say, yep, I got to look at it. I got to look at it. Right. So the next things are your roles, right? So when you're talking about the roles, like you're saying, assigning your roles, like I said, assigning those roles, it's like you have to define the roles. That's last, right? Assigning those roles is last, because what happens a lot of times, people take tasks and they go straight to assigning them to a person. But I'm telling you, no. When you get those tasks, create roles, define those roles, make those roles define those roles based off of those evaluations of each of those tasks, right? And writing it down, and then you can see where it is, because you'll have your roles and you can just say, hey, what goes together? What's the process? And understanding that. Okay. And then the next thing is, then you assign a person. Then you delegate it to a person or automate it to a system. That's it in a nutshell. These are the, these are the couple of steps. So, hey, if you are, sorry, if you're looking at this and like, oh, this sounds like something to do, save this video, like it and save it as to your favorites or whatever on YouTube or on Facebook or LinkedIn. Just save this video. You can save this video across all of those social medias. Facebook, you can do that. LinkedIn, you can do that. And you can do it again on YouTube, because it may not be something that you want to take right now. You might have thought this was one thing and you said, oh, I got some good information here. So you might want to look at it a little bit later on, so you can get those notes to help you throughout your journey. The last thing I want to tell you is that consulting with support. You can actually get consultants. A lot of consultants do this. TAARA is my framework. No one is going to do TAARA, because TAARA is my framework. And if it's mine, it's proprietary, it's trademark, it's mine. But there's other people that do these things. Do I think that TAARA is great? I think it is, because by working with TAARA, by working in TAARA, we were able to really dig down on things and get down to the granular level what is. So with our we have supporting templates that we have, and ongoing consulting, we can help you implement TAARA effectively to streamline your operations and align them with your long-term goals. Like, so together, we can work together to do this. But like I said, I would say when you're going through this, you might need a little bit help. So don't be afraid to ask for, to get a consultant that will be able to optimize this in there, right? So how can I help you implement TAARA, right? How can I help you implement TAARA? Look, I work with many businesses to implement TAARA framework, helping them assess and align their operations to achieve better results. I have even, listen, even before this was an official framework, I use this framework to optimize processing, automations, and things of that nature. The framework has helped businesses like yours to achieve remarkable improvements in productivity, in resource allocation, and again, overall profitability by clarifying those tasks, right? Aligning them with strategic goals and assigning the roles with like finding the roles right there where they need to be going, right? Um, that's what this TAARA framework would do. We've helped these clients reduce operational waste, improve outcomes across the board. So, like, if you're ready to transform your business, if you're starting a business and you want to make sure that you start your business with the most effective and strong foundation, I invite you to reach out to us, reach out to me directly, and I am here to support you. Like this is something that I love to do. This is something that it is in me to do this. And like I said, this framework came along out of me just working, working in project management and implementation, system implementations, and all of that. So what I will tell you is that I am putting a link inside of the chats, and inside of the chats, you can go ahead and you can go ahead and go ahead and choose that link, schedule a free discovery call, and see how I can help you throughout your journey, right? I'll just say that. Um, Whether you're struggling with your inefficiencies or looking to scale, because if you're looking to scale, you do need to make sure that you are working as efficient as possible. A lot of the clients that I've been working with when it comes down to TAARA itself are clients that already have existing businesses for a certain period of time, but they're looking to scale. They're looking to expand. And by them looking to expand, they need to make sure that foundation is there. So TAARA can provide that clear roadmap. So like I said, use the link that I put in the comments to schedule this free call. Message me if you want to connect with me. I will love to learn more about you and your business, and I will love to see if there's something that I can do to help you in your journey and support you in your journey, because that is something that I love to do. So now, as you can see right there on air, this is about the discovery call. So if you're ready, like I said, if you're ready, you can go ahead and scan that QR code to go ahead and create that to schedule the meeting. Or you can use the link that's in the comments. Also, I want to tell you and invite you to follow me. Follow me on across social media, because I'm here. I'm here to help. I love helping. And I hope you guys are absolutely getting value out of the content that I do post weekly. I mean, this is something, like I said, you can create your questions and submit your questions to me, and we'll talk about that in the next bit, right? But I'm here for you to do this. So if you go ahead and submit your questions to me every week, right? I will take those questions and then I will answer them. I will answer them here. This question is about efficiency, how to make sure you're operating at optimal efficiencies. And so I said, hey, let me just explain to you how I do this, right? Because there's other ways to do it, but I think this is more efficient for me. And I found that it's providing value to my clients. And I was like, I would like to share it with you. So if you have any questions, go ahead and submit a question to the Ask a Coach-sultant question submission form. A link is in there as well. And I will absolutely respond to you. I will answer your questions in an upcoming session of Ask a Coach-sultant, because that's what I'm here to do. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it very, very much. And I appreciate your time very much as well. So I hope you guys got something out of it. But don't forget, like I said, I'm here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern to answer any questions and support you on your journey. So go ahead and submit your questions, and I will absolutely include your questions into a future session of Ask a Coach-sultant. There's a QR code on the screen. I put the links inside of the comment session, the comments. So I thank you for joining today, and I look forward to hearing from you. like and share, save this video if you are a business and you're looking to optimize your efficiencies across your organization. Even if you're doing it on a small scale, what you have here tonight is good enough for you to actually start looking into it. And if you need help, I'm here to help you. So I appreciate your time tonight. I appreciate you guys coming in. And I would like to tell you that you have a great night, a great evening, and I will see you next week on Ask the Coach-sultant.